Hello, gentle friends. My name is Gina Dominique, and I hope that you are having an amazing day so far. Today is day 4 of the Make the Damn Video 30-day challenge, and the microphone mount of the day is a back scratcher. However, I am going to take the microphone off of here and clip it to my shirt just so that I have full use of both hands for this video. So, give me just 1 second and we'll meet right back here. And we're back. The prompt for today is fix a mistake. I wasted time doing this and now I do this instead. So I wasted time traveling with a roller suitcase as my carry-on bag. And now I travel with this backpack instead. And this is the Fjallraven Farden 40-liter carry-on travel backpack. I have made several videos about this bag, reviewing it, packing it, traveling with it, all that jazz. So I will link those in the description below if you are interested in more information about this particular backpack. But more generally, the reason that I switched from the carry-on roller bag to the carry-on backpack was number one, first and foremost, for increased mobility, because I was finding that I was running into either cobblestones or just uneven sidewalks, streets, or stairs where I wasn't expecting them to be, like a broken elevator or just more stairs than I had anticipated, and having to carry that little roller bag by the handle more often than I had hoped to do. And a backpack gave me just more flexibility. Now, specifically, one incident, or I guess experience, that made me really appreciate this change was this past fall. My husband and I went to Europe to visit his parents and friends, and we were doing a lot of traveling from place to place. And the way that our train travel schedule worked out was we had several hours to kill in Valencia. And if you don't know, Valencia has this big park that goes all the way around the city in what I believe used to be the moat. So it's sort of sunken down, and then there's bike paths and walking trails, tennis courts, dog parks, just like a whole bunch of stuff all in this amazing space. And I found walking through there, I just felt like I was so grateful to have the backpack instead of something with wheels that I was going to have to drag along. And similarly, when we came up into the city itself, there were lots of cobblestones, there was a lot of construction, so sidewalks were closed where they normally would have been open, and maybe a roller bag would have been fine normally. But I was grateful to have the backpack for just that flexibility to be able to hop down, hop up, walk here, walk there, and not really have to think about it. Additionally, we walked up these stairs to this building that had 2 tall towers, and the staircases were pretty narrow. And even though there were handrails, I felt safer having a backpack with the weight evenly distributed than I would have trying to carry that little suitcase by one handle, especially when other people were coming down the stairs, and then you'd have to kind of like maneuver around them a lot more carefully than just having the backpack and being able to move your body and move that bag with it. Not sure I explained that great, but I think you can picture in your head what I'm going for. And I had a lot of freedom to just climb up those stairs and see these absolutely incredible views of the city all the way around 360 degrees. It was an absolutely incredible experience that I wouldn't have had, or would have been a lot more uncomfortable having, if I had a wheelie suitcase to worry about. Another incident that made me wish I had the backpack before I got it was my last time actually traveling with that wheelie suitcase was to Las Vegas with my best friend to see the Tina Fey and Amy Poehler comedy tour. And I used that wheelie suitcase, obviously. And I wore a pair of shoes on the plane that I had worn a couple of times before and walked a few miles, maybe 2 or 3, and been fine. But then we walked all over, like I think it was about 8 miles total in one day. I destroyed my feet doing that. I couldn't even look at those shoes anymore. I gave them to my mom. She wore them like twice and then sold them or donated them or something. Like, they're not in our lives anymore because they were great shoes, but just not for quite that distance. But they were like Oxfords and they had a heel. They were chunky and they looked really nice, but they did not pack well. So while I had a pair of flip-flops in my suitcase, I had room to pack flip-flops. I did not have room to pack Oxfords. So on the day that we left, it was either wear the Oxfords or wear the flip-flops and leave them behind. So I went the route of killing my feet. Not sure why I bothered to do that because I did just get rid of them right after that, but that is what I did. I wore the shoes and was just in massive discomfort the entire way home. I had crazy blisters. I'm not going to go into detail. It sucked, okay? It was not a good experience. And there just is no flexibility with a little hard-sided suitcase like that. Now I will give the hard-sided suitcase that it's a lot easier to wipe down after traveling so that you feel like it's clean, but I also wipe down the backpack and it's fine. But there's no flexibility with a hard-sided suitcase. You can lay on it, you can sit on it when you're zipping it shut. Sure, try that. But at the end of the day, the room that's there is kind of the room that's there. But with the backpack, number one, it's a little bit more expandable, being soft-sided. You can jam things in there. But also, you will see on this particular backpack, there are some loops. And I have added my very own carabiner. If I'd had something like this, I could have just hooked the Oxford shoes onto the outside of the bag. Now, your mileage may vary in the airport. If, TSA has some feelings about things hanging off your bag, I'm not sure how that would go, but I could have conceivably done that and at least attempted to bring them back, or just worn the painful shoes through security and then switched back into the flip-flops. I just had a lot more options to be comfortable if I'd had the backpack than the roller suitcase where you can't attach anything at all to the outside. Additionally, you could run like elastic cords through here and then stick a jacket down the front. I have hooked a jacket to the outside of here when I just got too hot to be wearing it. You just have so much more flexibility with the way that you can configure the backpack versus a small wheelie suitcase. So hopefully that gives you some food for thought if you're going to be doing some traveling this year. Again, if you're interested in that backpack specifically, I will have some videos down below. And Pack Hackers is a terrific YouTube channel to check out if you just want a whole variety of different types of bags. So that is it for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, gentle friends.